Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Hafiz Muhammad Leadership Wala and I am 16 years old and I am student in Rayan School, Orangi Campus Foundation level. I hope you will be nice mood and fresh mind. Welcome to the AI session. Make sure to watch the full video.
What were you saying?
Hello Maya.
Hi there. What's going on?
Maya, please hold and let me finish. My first question is, what does the word sorry mean?
Got it. So you want to know what the word sorry means? It's interesting. That word carries a lot. It can be about regret, like when you do something wrong, but also about sympathy when something bad happens to someone else. Like if someone tells you their cat's sick, you might say, I'm sorry to hear that. What made you curious about it specifically?
Okay, very good. Define apology.
An apology is basically a way of expressing regret for something you've done wrong or for causing someone harm. Usually it involves saying sorry and maybe offering to make things right. Like if you accidentally step on someone's foot, you'd apologize and maybe ask if they're okay. Why does this distinction matter to you?
Okay, very good. My next question is that when do people usually say sorry?
Oh, people say sorry in tons of situations, mostly when they've done something wrong, like bumping into someone or being late to a meeting. But it can be more subtle. Sometimes people say it even when they're not really at fault. Like if someone gets bad news and they say, I'm so sorry. It depends a lot on the culture, too. Some cultures apologize way more than others. It's almost like a habit sometimes.
Okay, my next question is that what is the origin of the word sorry?
That's a good one. Sorry actually comes from sore, which meant afflicted or distressed. Over time, it evolved to mean feeling sympathy for someone else's distress or regret for your own mistakes. By the 1500s, it had morphed into the apology we use today. It's kind of wild how words shift meaning over centuries.
Okay, my next question is that difference between sorry and excuse me.
I'm not quite following what you mean by defense between Saudi and, excuse me, could you explain that differently?
Okay, very good. My next question is that
All
why
right,
is
got it.
apology
What's your
important?
next question? Apologies are actually really important for relationships. A good apology shows you recognized you messed up and care about the other person's feelings. It can repair trust, prevent resentment from building up, and just make things feel better between people, even if it doesn't fix everything immediately. Pretty powerful little word when done right.
Okay, very good. My next question is that what makes an apology sincere?
You know, I didn't quite catch that. What makes a good apology, you meant?
Conservation.
Apology feel genuine or
Joanna.
comforting.
What makes an apology sincere? Sincere.
I think you meant apology, not ecology, as sincere apology feels genuine because it has a few key parts.
Okay,
First,
why do some people avoid saying sorry?
good question. Some people avoid saying sorry for a few reasons. Sometimes they're afraid it makes them look weak or guilty, or they think it'll open them up to criticism. Others struggle with pride. It's hard to admit being wrong. Some folks were raised to not apologize much, so it just doesn't feel natural to them. It's kind of a defense mechanism in a way. Have you noticed that with anyone you know?
Okay, my next question is that what is the emotional impact of apology?
An apology can really shift how people feel. From the perspective of someone who's received an apology, it can be incredibly validating and healing, helps rebuild trust. But for the person apologizing, it can actually lower stress hormones and even give them a small boost in mood because they're repairing a relationship or making amends. It's powerful stuff emotionally on both sides.
Very good. My next question is that why should children learn to apologize?
Learning to apologize is huge for kids. It teaches them about empathy, understanding how their actions affect others, plus, they start to take responsibility for what they do. It's also about self control and practicing forgiveness, too. When kids apologize genuinely, it helps build better relationships with their friends and family, which matters for years to come.
Okay, explain the history of the word sorry.
You want the whole history of the word sorry? That's quite a story. It actually stretches way back. As we touched on earlier, good morning.
Okay, compare apology styles in different cultures.
That's a fascinating question to compare. So, apologies actually look really different around the world. In places like the US and Germany, people tend to be pretty direct and take responsibility when they apologize. But in places like Japan, they're much more formal and subtle. They might bow or use indirect language, focusing on smoothing things over rather than focusing so much on who's to blame. The Japanese actually apologize more often, sometimes even for things they didn't directly cause, just to keep relationships peaceful.
Okay, very
And
good. My next question is that how has social media changed apologies?
mm, just pulling some info for you. Social media has changed apologies in a pretty big way. Now, apologies can become very public spectacles instead of something private between two people. That sometimes means people create apologies more. Of course. Anything else on your mind today?
Okay, very good. My next question is that what are the key elements of a good apology?
I think you meant apology. Their key elements of a good apology are usually pretty simple but important. First off, be sincere, genuinely feel bad about what you did, take responsibility, don't make excuses, and specifically say what you're apologizing for. Some folks also think offering to make things right helps, and of course, expressing how you'll avoid the same mistake in the future.
Okay, my next question is that is saying sorry enough? Explain.
That's a really good question. Is just saying sorry enough? Honestly, usually not on its own. Saying sorry can be a good start, but usually people need to see more than just those two words. Taking responsibility and explaining how you'll do better, like we just talked about, that's really what makes the difference. Sometimes just saying sorry feels kind of empty if there's no real change or effort to fix the situation.
Okay, my last question is that explain the role of apology in maintaining relationships.
Equality in relationships, that's huge. When partners have equality, it means they share power and respect each other's needs and viewpoints. It builds trust, communication, makes it easier to navigate conflicts because there's a real sense of being on the same team. No one is dominating or making decisions for the other person. It's a two-way street where both partners feel valued and heard. That foundation of mutual respect keeps things strong over time.
Okay, guys, our AI session is over, and we'll meet again in the next AI session. Until then, Allah Hafiz, Maya.
See you tomorrow. Take care.